Hi, I'm Damari Gurry. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboy's Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboyz Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now. Well, hello everybody. How is everybody doing? I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is the platform where we'll come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. Are you guys doing okay? Well, I hope you guys are. Please hit the like button. After hitting the like button, do hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz Commentary as well. Before we get into this video in particular, there are some pieces of information that I would like to share with you all. Patrick P says, keep up the good work, bro. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Just want to share some tidbits for you guys as well. As we know, in the CONCACAF Nations League, did you know that Jamaica are 8 matches unbeaten? Yes, Jamaica are 8 matches unbeaten away from home in the CONCACAF Nations League. Unbeaten away Though that 8-match streak started in 2019 against Guyana, Aruba, Antigua and Barbuda, Suriname, right? And Mexico, Grenada, Haiti, Canada. 8 matches unbeaten away from home in the Nations League. And did you know that since the year 1990, we've had 5 goalkeepers? Yeah, that is right. We've had 5 goalkeepers that made their debut for Jamaica as a teenager. Jaden Hibbert, 19 years old. Jadine White, 18 years old. Dwayne Miller, 19. Ryan Thompson, 19. Warren Barrett, 19. 5 goalkeepers who have made their debut for the Reggae Boyz as teenagers. Jaden Hibbert, 19 against Trinidad and Tobago quite recently. Jadine White, 18 years old against Ecuador in 2018. Dwayne Miller, 19 years old against Malaysia in 2007, 2-0 victory that day. Ryan Thompson, 19 years old against USVI in 2004. Warren Barrett, 19 years old against Barbados in the year 1990. And if you look over the past 2 years, since 2022, the goalkeepers that have gone on to make their debut for Jamaica: Kamar Foster, 2022 against Qatar; Jamali White, 2022 against Cameroon; Kanai Boyce Clark, 2023 against St. Kitts and Nevis; Jaden Hibbert, 2024 against Trinidad and Tobago; and Shaquan Davis, 2024 against Trinidad and Tobago. So in the last 2 years, we've had 5 goalkeepers make their debut for the senior Reggae Boyz. Quite something for us to make keen note about, isn't it? Yeah, quite an exciting thing to ponder upon. Richard King, now 16 appearances for Jamaica. Alex Marshall, now 15. Ricardo Thomas, 14 caps to his name already. Jashawn Anglin now has 7 appearances for Jamaica. Fabian Reed is now in double digits with 10 for Jamaica. Kyle Ming is up to 3. Goss Stewart, 2 caps to his name already. In football, Chanel Thomas, 3 caps for Jamaica. Justin Dunn, 2. Andre Fletcher, 2. Devontae Campbell with 2 as well. So what I will say is that, these are all exciting times. Very, 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 very exciting moments. So we're going to look forward to that. Danny Spalding says, fully active, Simon. Fully active, Danny. Hope you're doing well. Chorus Corny says, up, Simon, up. Hope you are doing well. Rebel Art GFX, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Well, remember Rebel RGFX, when you have an international window, right? The respective players play for their clubs Saturday or Sunday in that particular game week, right? And then they would depart from their respective area or club and head straight to whichever corner of the globe that they have that match on the Monday. So Monday is the day for a lot of players in terms of travel. For those individuals that have a match on a Saturday, you'd find that they would travel on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So that just gives you a perspective of things where players that have matches for their clubs on a Sunday, then they'll join camp on a Monday. And players that have a match on a Friday or Saturday, then they join camp on the Sunday. So just to give you a bit of perspective on how all of that takes place, that is how the international window works. And as we know, Jamaica, it's a compelling dynamic of things. And this is one of the main reasons why we cannot compare what France is doing, what England is doing, what Germany is doing, what Spain is doing, what Portugal is doing to Jamaica. Because players who represent Spain, England, France, Germany are players that are already playing on the continent of Europe, playing in England, playing in Spain, playing in France, playing in Germany. So for them to make that travel, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour flight at most, so they're able to train that very same Monday. They leave early on a Monday, they're there by 10, 12, thereabouts, they have lunch, and they train in the afternoon. But you cannot use the same situation and say, well, players are arriving in camp in England or for England national team or France or Germany or Spain's national team. Why you can't do that? Well, I just explained it, because our players are coming from all corners of the globe. And in relation to Jamaican players are coming from Europe, are coming from North America as well, 2 of the main continents where our players are coming from. When you're going from England, and for example, the Nations League is going to be taking place in Dallas, right? So let's say that our players who try their trade in England, right? They leave from London and they're going straight to Dallas. Do you know the length of time that a flight is from London to Dallas? London to Dallas is 10 hours and 25 minutes on a commercial flight. Yep, that is right. 10 hours, 25 minutes on a commercial flight. You have, you could say, 4 flights a day that leave London for Dallas in the United States. 4 flights that leave a day from London to Dallas. You have an 8:20 a.m. flight, you have a 9:25 a.m. flight, you have a 10:40 a.m. flight, and you also have a 1:50 p.m. flight. Let's say that we have our Reggae Boyz on the 10:40 a.m. flight. They will not arrive in Dallas, Texas, in the United States until 4:05 p.m. 4:05 p.m. Immigration, pick up your luggage, going straight to the hotel. You're easily talking about another hour or two right there. The player comes into the camp 5, 6 p.m. They have dinner and they need to adjust to the time zone. That is one of the main reasons why you cannot compare what is happening in Europe with their national teams with Jamaica. Of course, we want to strive for excellence at all times. But when you're talking about travel, Jamaica is on a different corner of the globe. The United States is on a different corner of the globe, which is why you cannot make that comparison. Different time zone, different conditions. So you will need that ability to be able to adjust. You're right, Coris Cornif, as well. When you're bearing in mind Demarai Gray as well, somebody that will go from Dammam to Riyadh, Riyadh to London, London to Dallas, along those lines, because his club Al Ettifaq is not in Riyadh, it's in the city of Dammam. And I even think it might be easier based on the travel for him to go from Bahrain to London, and London to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So that is why you cannot say, well, England players have arrived in camp, France players have arrived in camp. Firstly, those countries are already 5, 6, 7 hours ahead of Jamaica. Secondly, it doesn't take an entire day to get to that country as well. Players who ply their trade in England and want to represent France, they take the train. They can take the train from London to Paris, and they're there in less than 2 hours. So convenient. N'Golo Kante, instead of flying back to Paris, N'Golo Kante, when he was at Chelsea, would take the train. So you cannot make those comparisons. And that is exactly why that is something you have to put into perspective. Yes, Coris Cornif. So to answer that question, Rebel Art GFX, remember that in relation to this in particular, you have players that play for their club, their last club game before the international window. Some of them are Friday, some of them Saturday, and some of them on a Sunday. For those that travel on that have a game rather on a Sunday, then quite naturally they would depart from wherever they are on a Monday. And let's not forget, all of our players do not play for London clubs. We have players that ply their trade for clubs outside of London as well. Yes, that is right. We have players rather that play for clubs outside of London. Dishon Bernard plays at Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday is in South Yorkshire. South Yorkshire to London, you're talking about a good 4 or 5 hour journey. Train, driving, whatever you may call it. Greg Lee's in Oxford. Oxford, maybe 2, 3 hours from London in particular. Daniel Johnson at Stoke. Stoke is in the Midlands in Staffordshire. 2, 3 hours to London, perhaps. Joe Latibeaudiere, Coventry in the Midlands, thereabouts. Leon Bailey, Aston Villa. You understand what I'm saying? You guys get the picture? Well, I certainly hope you do. I most certainly hope you do. Yeah. No Rebel RGFX in terms of the latter part of your question here. Remember, 10 days, 10, 11 days prior to the Nations League finals is when you would have to submit and, alert clubs and, of course, submit to CONCACAF. So, no, you don't wait until the 17th to see if they're available to call them up. No, not at all. But I am hopeful that you understand exactly what I'm saying, because you will have matches on the 16th, on the 17th. All right? Good. So that you're fully aware of all of that. So, and as you know, the final 23 comes from the 60-player pool that was submitted to CONCACAF in particular. All right? So hopefully everybody understands that. And we can be able to go straight into this video, this title that I've been able to speak about, So are you guys ready? Because I'm going to go right into the point that I'm going to speak about. Okay? Good. Now, hi Wendy, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Good evening. So, Dr. Hero, I hope you're doing well as well. So, as you can see by the title of this video, we're speaking about how does the new European club competitions impact the Reggae Boys. Now, let me explain that in the 2020, starting with the 2024-2025 cycle, there's going to be massive changes to the UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, and UEFA Europa Conference League. Massive changes to the three tournaments. What you're going to have is, instead of a situation where you have a group stage, you're going to have one table of 36 teams. You understand what I'm saying? So in the Champions League, it's going to abandon the format of 8 groups and 4 teams in a group. Now you're going to have 36 teams in one giant pool, and you're going to have a draw to see who faces who. Now, how does this impact Jamaica? Mr. United, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Kappa Kappa says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to speak about how this impacts Jamaica and why there's actually a positive to all of this. I'll give my take. This, what you're seeing right now on your screen, is Jamaica's group from the group stage of the CONCACAF Nations League. Remember, this format saw Jamaica not play Cuba, and Jamaica did not play Suriname, right? So it's going to be a similar format for the CONCACAF, not for the CONCACAF, but the UEFA Champions League, for the UEFA Europa League, and for the UEFA Europa Conference League as well. You're going to see similar to this, where you're going to have a scenario with, you're going to have a giant table of 36 teams, and essentially you're going to have a situation in the Champions League and Europa League. Each club will play 8 matches, 4 home and 4 away. In the Conference League, you're going to have 6 matches, 3 home, 3 away. And basically, the top 8 teams will qualify for the round of 16, while teams 9th to 24th will head to a playoff, which is their opportunity to be able to get into the round of 16. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, it reminds me of the very first edition of the CONCACAF Nations League. And I'm going to put it on the screen so that you guys are fully aware of all of this. The first edition of the CONCACAF Nations League that we had in 2018, 2019, we had a giant table of 34 teams. You guys remember that? And Jamaica were drawn to play 4 teams. Cayman Islands at home, Bonaire away, Suriname at home, and El Salvador away. Jamaica got the better of the Cayman Islands 4-0, brushed aside Bonaire 6-0, defeated Suriname by 2-1, and then Jamaica took on El Salvador, and El Salvador got the 3 points in that game. By virtue of that result against El Salvador, Jamaica missed out on participating in League A of the Nations League, and meant that Jamaica would be in League B. So you see what one result does in that sort of aspect? So my reservation with this format is simply this. When it comes to European competitions, Champions League, Europa League, UEFA Conference League, you're going to be drawn to play 8 matches, right? In the Champions League and Europa League, 6 matches in the Conference League. 4 home, 4 away. You're not going to play every team, which means that myself as Manchester United can face Real Madrid, right? But Barcelona will not face Real Madrid. Barcelona will face Bate Borisov or take on Red Star Belgrade. Do you understand the point that I'm making here? So that is what the point I'm making in relation to this. So similarly here, when you look at this right here, what you're seeing on your screen, Jamaica took on the Cayman Islands, Jamaica took on Bonaire, Suriname, and El Salvador. Jamaica did not face Haiti, Canada, Martinique, Curacao, Bermuda, or Cuba, who played in the very first edition of the CONCACAF Nations League in League A. So that is my drawback when it comes to the new UEFA Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. You're going to have a giant table of 30-odd teams, and you're going to have a scenario where you're not going to play every team. On the flip side of it, you can say, well, fate is in my hands. 8 matches. I know that if I put 8 wins on the board, I'm putting myself in strong contention for the round of 16, which is why what I'm showing you on the screen is very important. Look who Haiti played. when they played in the inaugural season of the Nations League, right? Haiti took on St. Martin, one of the weakest teams in CONCACAF. Haiti took on St. Lucia, Nicaragua, and ended the campaign against Cuba. 4 games, 4 wins. Haiti played in the very first edition of the Nations League in League A, while Jamaica played in League B. Jamaica, as we know, was in a group with Guyana, Aruba, and Antigua and Barbuda. So for our Reggae Boyz that are playing, and for Jamaican footballers that are playing in European competition, the Champions League, the Europa League, the UEFA Europa Conference League, they already are exposed to this format already. They are already exposed to their experience playing with Jamaica, playing in a competition where you're going to play against teams, and guess what? They're teams that you're not going to face. So this is something that we've already been exposed to from the Nations League in this campaign, where we took on Honduras at home, but we did not face Honduras away. No, we took on Haiti at home, right? And we took on Haiti away in Trinidad. We took on Grenada away, but guess what? We did not play Grenada at home. So everybody understands the point that I'm making here with all of this. The UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, the UEFA Europa Conference League. Innovative competitions that have come to the fore, right? But what I will say, for our Reggae Boyz that will be participating in these competitions, Mr. Lansley Blake, hope you're doing well. They already are exposed to this format, this style, this routine. So it's not new to them, not new to a Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, for an example. You understand what I'm saying? And other Jamaicans that will qualify for European competitions next season. I'm interested to see how the rest of the world will perceive it. But personally, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's interesting, and we'll see what the big clubs will say. For example, if Manchester United plays Barcelona and Real Madrid are not drawn to face Barcelona, and Real Madrid plays off against Red Star Belgrade, Sarajevo, Bate Borisov, Valerenga, Haro, then persons are going to say, But at the end of the day, the draw. Sometimes you have the fortune of the draw. And that's where we are. You know? Yes, Mr. Blake, hope you're well. Tyrone Williams, hope you're doing well as well. Do you guys have any questions in relation to what I explained with these European competitions? If you guys have any doubts, you're more than welcome to ask me. But again, I want to go back to a point that Rebel Arc GFX made, all right? So, the Reggae Boyz will face the United States in the semifinals of the CONCACAF Nations League on March 21 in Dallas. The final and third place playoff will be on the 24th. The last, you could say, game week for our national players with their clubs will be on the 16th and 17th. For some of them, even the 15th for their respective clubs, because you have some club games that are on a Friday. So, think about this for a moment, right? For those players that play on a Sunday, right? Because remember, these fixture schedules are planned out weeks ahead, months ahead, right? So you will have national players that play for their clubs on a Sunday, all right? And due to TV and broadcasting, you will see situations where a fixture list, you have 10 matches on a Saturday, but 2 will be swiftly moved to a Sunday for broadcasting purposes. So let's say, for an example, right? Simon Preston plays for Manchester United on the Sunday. Okay? Jamaica plays the United States on the Thursday. Good. Simon plays for Manchester United against Aston Villa on the Sunday. Boom, match done. Sunday, Simon Preston travels to London and goes on the flight London to Dallas. Simon Preston doesn't land into Dallas until the afternoon. Simon Preston has to adjust to the time zone, conditions. When you get through immigration, security, baggage collection, that's another hour and a half right there. You get to the team hotel, it's already evening time, it's dinner time, and you just want to perhaps have a shower and go to bed. That is what an experience can be like, bearing in mind you are traveling to another corner of the globe compared to players who are already in Europe. Now, think about the England national team. England national team has a routine. 9 a.m., you meet up at St. George's Park to check in to base camp, right? 9 a.m., St. George's Park for all England national team players. That's easy for Jordan Pickford, Sam Johnstone, Aaron Ramsdale, Kyle Walker, Rika Lewis, Mark Gehi, Harry Maguire, Enzri Konza, Declan Rice, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Calvin Phillips, Conor Gallagher, Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, Ollie Watkins, Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford. They're already in England. So a few hours drive and they're at St. George's Park. Players such as Fikayo Tomori, who is in Italy at AC Milan, Jordan Henderson at Ajax in Holland, and Harry Kane, Bayern Munich, who is in Germany, right? They are significantly, I repeat, they're significantly closer to their destination than a player who is a reggae boy who is going to a destination in the CONCACAF region. Harry Kane is in Munich and he hops on a flight from Munich to Birmingham. That's 2 hours. That's a 2 hour flight. If he hops on a 9 a.m. flight, he is in Birmingham at 10 o'clock. He drives up to St. George's Park. He is at St. George's Park by lunchtime. He has lunch with the team. He puts down his bags. He has a team meeting and they report for training. Yes, Blair Video, I mentioned that as well. Yes, Nitro, that is correct. I did say that you will have national players. You will have national players that have games on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. I did say that. I did make that extremely clear. So that is why I am encouraging you all not to make comparisons. Comparisons is the theft of all joy. And secondly, you cannot make a comparison with somebody who plays in Europe and is playing international football for a European country versus somebody who is playing club football in Europe and representing a country in a completely different hemisphere. Different. Completely. The good news, you have non-stop flights to Dallas from London. So that is really good for our players who ply their trade in England. Our North American-based players, the US is so interconnected. You can get non-stop flights to Dallas. It's a hub. It's an international airport. So no concerns there at all. So let us never make comparisons. Never make comparisons. Because this is something we should all bear in mind. And think about this too, right? Jamaica wins the 2024 edition of the CONCACAF Nations League. It's a Sunday. The Monday, the players know, fly home, right? Let's say they leave Monday. Well, they have to leave Monday. Let's say they catch a 4 p.m. flight from Dallas to London. They don't get into London until 6 a.m. the next day, which means they land in London Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, depending on the time of day. So you're technically losing a day because you're going to a destination that is further ahead in time. You land a Tuesday, you rest. It's already Wednesday. And guess what? Some championship clubs, they have a game on a Friday, which means that you are in a situation where you have Wednesday, Thursday, and then bam, you're playing on Friday. Or you have a situation where Wednesday, you go and see the medical team. You have Thursday, Friday to train, and then bam, you're playing on Saturday. I hope you all understand the magnitude and the demands of a professional footballer, his routine, his or her routine, especially after, before, and after international duty. There are tremendous sacrifices that a player makes for international football, especially for a team in CONCACAF. Not just Jamaica, all the Caribbean islands as well. You have UK based players that play for Barbados, play for Trinidad, play for Guyana. And guess what? Guess what, guys? You have some Caribbean islands that are not non-stop flights for some of these teams. So Sam Cox wants to represent Guyana. Sam Cox is a Guyanese international, right? He flies from London. But guess what? There's no non-stop flight from London to Georgetown, Guyana. No, there is no non-stop flight from London to Georgetown, Guyana. There's straight flights to Trinidad. And guess what? When he lands in Trinidad, 6 o'clock in the evening, right? In some occasions, he has to spend the night in Trinidad and fly the next morning to Guyana. Or has a layover and lands in Guyana very, very late. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about Suriname, right? Suriname's national team. Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, to Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname. 9 hours and 20-minute flight. A player leaves his club in the Eredivisie, goes on the 2 o'clock in the afternoon flight. He lands 7:30 p.m. Lands 7:30 p.m. in Paramaribo. He catches the morning flight at 8:45. He lands 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Suriname. It's a whole day. So Nitro, the Canada against Trinidad and Tobago contest is actually going to played simultaneously between the CONCACAF Nations League. And just to provide a little bit of context in relation to when those play-in matches will be played, it's going to be played in Frisco, Texas on March 23. All right, on March 23, those matches will be played at the Toyota Stadium. This is where FC Dallas plays, okay? So Jamaica plays the 21st, which is the Friday, and Trinidad and Tobago plays Canada, and Costa Rica plays Honduras on the Saturday. So on the Saturday, Canada against Trinidad and Tobago, and Costa Rica against Honduras. And those games are going to be played on a Saturday. Right now in Dallas, it is 5:54 p.m. Right now in Jamaica, it's 6:54 p.m. So Jamaica, as it stands, 1 hour ahead of Dallas. And just a reminder in relation to those Copa America play-in matches, the winner will qualify for the Copa America tournament, all right? You will have 90 minutes, and after 90 minutes, you will go into penalties. Canada against Trinidad and Tobago. The winner of that game will go straight into Group A of the Copa America. Trinidad and Tobago are looking to be the third Caribbean team after Jamaica and Haiti to book their ticket to a Copa America tournament. Jamaica 2015 and 2016, Haiti 2016. Haiti was in the group with Brazil and actually scored. I think it was Jean Marcelin who scored for Haiti. But yeah, Haiti got 7-1 or 6-1 from Brazil. Costa Rica against Honduras. Honduras, phenomenal record within the Copa America. They're actually third in 2001 in Colombia. Yeah, that's where the tournament was hosted, in Colombia. You know, beating Uruguay on penalties, beating Brazil. So Honduras, they finished third in that tournament in particular. In relation to Costa Rica and their competitive record, you know, they've played in the Copa America 5 times. 5 times they played in the Copa America. Group stage exits in 97, 2001 and 2004 they went to the quarterfinals, and 2011 and 2016 they were eliminated in the group stages. But one thing for sure, is that we're going to have a debutant team in the Copa America, another debutant team, I should say, because Canada has never played in the Copa America and neither has Trinidad and Tobago. So whatever happens, we're going to have a debutant team. Yeah, Canada could have qualified for 2016, but it just did not pan out in that way. No, it didn't pan out in that way, not at all, because of you need to qualify. It's just as simple as that. And the Copa America Centenario was a process where you needed to qualify for the tournament. The United States host an automatic qualifier, and so was Mexico. You had Costa Rica, that was a Central American Cup winner, Jamaica, Caribbean Cup winner, and you had a Copa America Centenario qualifying playoffs as well, which was won by Haiti and Panama. You know, so you've had Trinidad already in the past participate within a Trinidad in the past has participated in a playoff, a Copa America playoff. This was against Haiti in 2016. Haiti won 1-0 and they qualified. Cuba was in a playoff, lost to Panama 4-0. So, yeah, quite a bit in terms of those aspects. But yeah, Canada has never qualified for the Copa. But we'll see. We will see how everything falls into place. Hey, Tycoon, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, look, for me, it's all about football. Football, football, football. All right, that's what I love. That's what I care about. So it's not going to change from that. And hopefully, you guys are able to meditate on the information that I just provided. So it's good. Yes, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it greatly. You all have been great, been really great. It's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. And looking forward to you guys. Yes, yes. Same here, Wendy. Eagerly looking forward to it, and I'm sure that it will be really good. One step at a time. We're ready. Ready for it. What about you guys? Are you guys ready for it? It's a journey. Stand and take your place. Shine like the sun. The journey has just begun. Rise up. Rule your destiny. Be the best that you can be. Hope a lot of Jamaicans come to cheer and have fun. Well, we do have Jamaicans that live in Dallas. So, the Jamaican community in Dallas, you know your responsibility. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do to make your voices heard and help us be part of history. Help us be part of history so that we can be able to win a trophy. All right? Help us be part of history so that we can win a trophy. Last time we won a trophy, Andre Blake was 23. Jamali Wade was 15. Amal Knight was 20. Damian Lowe was 20. Javane Brown was 14. Dexter Lembikisa was 10. Deshaun Bernard was 13. Michael Hector was 21. Greg Lee was 19. Tavon Gray was 11. Karoy Anderson was 9 years old. Shamar Nicholson was 17. Trevante Stewart was 13. Romario Williams was 19. Kanaya Boyce Clark was 11. Richard King was 12 years old. Jamoy Topi was 14. Casey Palmer was 17. Delonis Blatt was 9 years old. Colin Anderson was 14. Dejon Whisper Richards was 8 years old. Corey Burke was 22. Those are the ages of Reggae Boyz the last time that Jamaica won a trophy. Let's do it. Let's do it. Taiku in the draw for the final round of the CONCACAF Under-20 qualifiers will take place in April. So on that day, we'll know the groups, the opponents. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary. Okay, guys. If you love Jamaica, you hit the like button. If you love Jamaica, you hit the subscribe button right now. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboy's Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboyz Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz.